Back. Thanks for sticking with us here on 13 Plus. Well, this is an interesting topic that I'm excited to dive into tonight. We know many folks, maybe yourself included, wait to take those really big, incredible once in a lifetime trips. Maybe once you're older, you've hit retirement age, maybe even past that. But there's new information coming in that more folks are wanting to take those really incredible family trips, those once in a lifetime trips earlier on in life. I know this is something happening with my family right now. We're looking to take a big trip to Ireland, and my parents are in their late 50s, early 60s. So something really interesting that I hope you'll also find neat. I'm joined live virtually by Steve Gilday. He's AARP's Service Travel Director. Steve, thanks so much for being here with us to talk about this trend. I think this is really interesting. From your perspective with AARP, why are we seeing this sort of change from maybe what the norm was the last 10 or 20 years?
I think what people are looking to do is take advantage of the opportunity they have to travel and contribute to their mental health, their physical health. People view it as important to both of those things. And the last number of years have taught us that we don't know where the world is headed. So take advantage of the opportunity to take a once-in-a-lifetime trip. And that can mean a lot of things to different people. Maybe it's a trip to Ireland with lots of generations of your family. Maybe it's a more simple long weekend road trip or something in between. What we here at AARP want to do is make sure that we empower our members and all Americans 50 and above to find ways to save, encourage them to travel, and give them the resources to do both.
Yeah, and I loved what you said there. Find those ways to save to then be able to have a trip like this, maybe a loftier trip than what you've done in the past, be feasible for your family. What kinds of advice are you giving to people to be able to make that possible, especially, when economic times are trickier right now?
Sure. And who doesn't want to save no matter what the economic times are? And so what we want to empower our members to do is use our resources and the commercial deals we negotiate on their behalf to find discounts all over the travel landscape, whether that's saving up to 35% by running through Avis Budget on a rental car or saving 20% on a Wyndham hotel stay. And there's lots of things up and down the spectrum in the travel space that our members can save at. Holland America, tremendous savings, up to $200 credit per stateroom, depending on the length of your cruise. That can pay for a shore excursion right there. It's a major savings. And an AARP membership is only $20. So if you take one trip, utilize a couple savings along the way, you're going to more than pay for your membership.
And something, I think this is interesting too, and I know I have a couple people in my life like this, where it's these adventures, these experiences that may be a better option, or at least a different option, rather than material gifts, giving people, stuff of some kind. Walk me through, how that can be just sort of a different gift-giving experience to go and do something. Maybe it's a big trip, maybe it's, a one-day thing, how that can just be a different option for folks.
Well, think about, the holidays coming up. What are you likely to talk about at the Thanksgiving table in a couple weeks? You're likely to talk about the trips you took this year, the things you're looking forward to, the places you've gone, the things you've experienced. You're probably unlikely to talk about a material possession. These are ways that people are prioritizing travel in their lives, to go out and get those experiences, to find some adventure that you didn't know was possible. To see the world, to see something you haven't done before. We really want to encourage our members to be out there and do that because, as I mentioned, it's such a component of your mental well-being. People find it contributes to their physical well-being, to be out there, to be enthusiastic, to go out and see the world, and we can help our members save while they do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you were kind of just getting into it there, but holiday season, I mean, it's really here already, even though we're a couple weeks out from Thanksgiving. Of course, Christmas rolls right into that, winter breaks for families. As far as trying to optimize that savings, like you mentioned, what can be some key pieces of advice to keep in mind if you are looking at those, larger trips, maybe you're, hopping over to a different continent, what to keep in mind in those circumstances?
I'll give you two pieces of advice. The first is to take a look at aarp.org/save to see all the different ways our members can save on different components of travel. So right there, that's going to be a huge savings because you're going to find something. The second is no matter what discount you leverage, no matter who you book with, no matter where you're going, understand what ticket type you're purchasing. Something might look like a fantastic deal, but if it turns out that it comes with a lot of strings attached, or if it's not cancelable, or if you can't modify it, it might not be the best deal. So pay attention to the fine print. Know what it is you're booking because something that seems like a savings at the outset might not be when you go to modify it and learn you can. So be cautious about what you're booking. Take a look at AARP's resources so you have confidence in what you're booking, and find ways to save on that trip you've been wanting to take.
And last one for you, Steve, before I let you go. And I kind of mentioned that trip to Ireland with my family that I know you heard me talking about. These larger trips, they can really be an opportunity to explore your heritage, your culture. I'm very Irish. That comes from my dad's side of the family. So that's sort of where this trip is coming from, is to explore Ireland. None of us have ever been. Walk me through just how interesting it can be to kind of explore family roots as well as take that really exciting trip.
It's a popular type of travel these days, the idea that you're going to explore your heritage. I'm right there with you. My family took a trip to Ireland a number of years back to do the very same thing, and to set your eyes physically on the places that your ancestors might have walked, those same streets, and to understand where it is you come from in the world is a powerful thing, and it's very motivating for people. It's a very popular type of travel. People do it intergenerationally, so the grandparents are taking their children, the grandkids. It's a really popular way to go out and see the world, and it gives people motivation for doing so. It gives you a deeper connection, and that's the beauty of travel.
I love that. Steve, thank you so much for walking us, through these tips and tricks for folks to keep in mind. Appreciate that moving forward, and hopefully something for families to at least think about as we head into the holiday season. So we appreciate your time tonight.
Thanks for having me.
We're going to take just